Hello and welcome to the Kuribros. You give me any... Fuck!
You want to count down
Keep
again?
it.
Okay, no, we're not keeping that.
Keep it. I'm your horror phoenix. Joining me, my co-host, the worst. It's Andy.
No, we're not. We do not.
Well, what's wrong with that one?
All right, we're keeping it in. We don't do second takes here apparently. Hi, welcome. This is the Kuribros podcast. We have been, I don't know, what have we been doing?
We were talking about whores before we started recording.
No, we were talking about
So
sus anal bum parties. If you must know.
Yep. Let us know if there are any real sus anal bums in the comments.
Oh man, we're gonna get demonetized for this. Not that we're really making any money off this anyway. We're here, back again, season 4, episode 2, really episode 37 of the whole damn thing. Things happened. Yugi did a duel, fought Obelisk with a special Orichalcos card that gives them a lot of monsters unnecessarily and 500 attack point boost and steals your soul if you lose. And now we're going to be doing stuff with Phoenix's favorite character.
Yeah, we're talking about the character regression, assassination, destruction of one Mai Valentine.
It is kind of
It's absolutely regression.
why do they do this?
I assume because they hate me personally.
I think most shows seem to hate you personally.
I just have something about that where showrunners just think of, what's the most perfect being out there enjoy, and what if we did the opposite?
Like, I feel like a lot of your how many do you think you've character assassinations you've had to deal with in series before? Been a few, or at least like
Straight up character assassinations, I don't know. Just characters I enjoy suffering, many.
like there's Ruby. Remember that?
Yeah, Ruby did not go great.
Um,
Just in general,
that just did not go great.
that one had a production quality arguably went up even though the conditions of the actual people making it went down, and the overall writing did not, maintain a level of quality that I would have liked. But these are complaints that you can find actual weirdos on the internet just going on for 2 hours about on YouTube, so I'm not going to devote the podcast to that.
Yeah, we don't got time for that. There's quite a few.
I do, I'm just not going to.
Well, we got other things to talk about, like this current character assassination of Mai Valentine, who, and I just learned this terminology now, turned heel.
Yeah, Andy's been learning wrestling slang.
Because I watched the John Cena thing, and everyone's like, John Cena turned heel, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? All I see is this man's got a huge bald spot, and then he tackled someone.
He's just like me for real.
I've got a bald spot. Not yet. Maybe someday, but not yet.
I've been told that I have some gray hairs, but that doesn't make it better.
I don't know. I don't see any, but we'll see. I'm gonna see Phoenix next week. Phoenix is gonna come over. We're gonna have tea time.
We're gonna do weeb shit, like make out.
Yeah, that's very weeb shit. We're just gonna make out on our couch. It's gonna be our couch by the end of that.
Our couch.
In the middle of the makeout sesh.
Our couch.
And then maybe.
Can you imagine if we were funny?
No, I can't because we're not funny. And then Phoenix will probably teach me more wrestling lore that I didn't. Not that I didn't ask for. That I'll probably ask for as I think of it.
I can talk about back when The Rock was like a cool guy in wrestling who would like do putovers for people who weren't as popular.
Could you tell me?
Now he refuses to be cool.
Could you tell me the history of
Just
the
in
Batista
general?
bomb and all the times that David Batista did it?
I can tell you that Batista originally did not wrestle under the name Batista, and he was his first job was like a deacon or an usher wearing like a sleeve torn off like vest with like the collar like religious style.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Went Christ with it.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
He was a backup. He wasn't like his own main character. And then I believe he first started to really rise up when him, Triple H, Ric Flair, and Randy Orton, they all formed a stable together, which their whole thing with that was like, multi-generational of wrestlers, with like Ric Flair being the old school, and then Triple H and Batista being like the more middle time, and then Randy Orton being the new guy. That was cool because they also, with that, it was also building off of Ric Flair, well, sort of building off of Ric Flair's time with the Four Horsemen, which was just back when the old days when there was just, here's 4 old dudes and they wrestled together. They're the Four Horsemen.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Because if there's ever 4 dudes, you just call them the Four Horsemen. Because if there were 2 of them, you'd call them the Blowjob Brothers. And that doesn't sound good for TV. Yet.
I was going to say, you sure? It's 2025. We can get this shit going.
Welcome to the Blowjob Brothers podcast. I'm your host, Sucky Magoo.
And here I am.
Joining me, the Slurp Lord, Andy. How you doing, Slurpy?
My name is now legally changed to Filet She-O.
Isn't that thing they do to prepare fish?
No.
You fillet them?
No. No.
They fillet fish.
You fish. You don't do...
Oh.
Yeah, duh. Come on.
Stupid.
Come on. Hey, well, anyway, welcome to the...
Anyway, we're done not being funny. Let's talk about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Which is hilarious. Historically, it's hilarious.
No, nothing bad ever happened to the Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'll take the first episode and the last episode of being 6 of the main 3 because that's where the main gal is.
Yep.
As predictably as possible. I'm gonna start with episode 151, and as you know, it's filler, so no manga. I'm out of a job.
Oh.
We opened the episode much like the opening of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The gang are stranded at a creepy gas station. They have waited 20 minutes for the driver that left them at the end of the last episode, like if you don't recall, which is 2 weeks ago. They literally are driving in the desert. They stop at a gas station, and the driver just leaves. Not like they don't know where he went. As they search, they find that the gas station has no one around. It isn't until Joey hears a noise that the gang take notice of a gang of bikers coming their way. I think it's safe to say, if they're on a motorcycle in this arc, they're probably a bad guy. Pharaoh even comes out to face this group of motorcyclists. He's just like, Yugi's just like, or Yami's just like, hang on, Yugi, let me take the wheel on this one. Thinking he could do something with his grows like 4 more inches.
There's a joke there, but I'm just going to let it slide.
They decide to run for it as the bikers chase them down, and for some reason they thought they could outrun the motorcycles. And the biker gang surrounds them before they get to the car. The biker pulls out pipe, like a bunch of the bikers pull out pipes and start circling around them. As one of the bikers is about to strike, someone suddenly saves him with a Duel Monsters card.
Yeah, learning from the Kaiba school of throwing cards into people's hands.
A rogue biker appears and starts throwing Duel Monster cards like they are bricks and knocking out the gang bikers. As our protagonist pals start using this opportunity to run, Joey notices that one of the cards on the ground and is snatched away by the biker, who Joey figures out to be the one and only Mai Valentine, as the card was Harpy Lady.
And only one person in the world has the card Harpy Lady.
Apparently, and I mean, wasn't she using Amazon deck, like an Amazonist deck before this? So why isn't she using that anymore?
She also had her Harpies in that deck.
Yeah, she did, but she wasn't using them as primarily like in the Battle City as she is in this.
Nope, because they didn't make more Harpy support, but they made new Amazon cards, and we have to show the Amazon cards so people want to buy the cards.
But now they're back to the Harpy cards.
Yeah.
I don't know. As those who watch may notice, she has one of the bad guy duel discs, which is confusing because she's definitely a good guy at this point, right? Right? Anyway, Mai knocks out one of the remaining bikers, and the motorcycle crashes into one of the gas tanks, causing the whole station to explode as the gang make their getaway. Taya and the rest of the gang wonder who saved them, and Joey happily proclaims it was Mai. Apparently, Raphael doesn't know about Mai, or I guess he does, but he was kind of in the dub questioning who was doing all this, but Valen knew right away, it seemed. But it's weird, but I guess this is the guy who Joey has to face off after all, so he has to have some sort of connection with Mai. We cut back to Duel's Kingdom, where we last left the Kaiba brothers, who were wondering what the hell they just walked into. Kaiba doesn't seem to be worried about Alistair and has bigger fish to fry, it seems, losing his entire life work in the company. He does seem to wonder how he got this newfound special arc card for being one of the 3 good guy duelists in the show. Kaiba decides he needs to find the real Pegasus to get any clues on the true power behind Critias, because it is a duel monster card he deduces, so Pegasus must know something about it. Mokuba mentions that his HQ needs him back, but he's focused on getting answers from Pegasus. We come back to Tristan ruining another thing as he overheated the car when they peeled out and left the gang to walk through the desert. Suddenly, someone with a pickup truck appears and thinks that they were going to get lucky with Taya. Then they see the other three dudes to Krampus style.
Now, we don't have the time to unpack all of that.
The gang talk about how Mai saved them, and Yami wonders why Mai didn't reveal herself and just, stick around. Unfortunately, we cut to Weevil and Rex getting pickpocketed because things can't get any worse, right? As they chase down the perp, he gets hit in the face with a die. Cue Sexy back as Duke Devlin is on the scene. What are the odds?
Very small, actually.
Duke gives the dud of a duo a ride because he thinks they are friends of Yugi. Apparently, Duke Devlin doesn't know I know they're not big duelists anymore, but they were on TV and shit.
I mean, lots of people are on TV now that I don't know.
Well, Duke's a game master, and he seemed to know about duel monsters in some sort of capacity. So you think you would at least know who Weevil is. Either way, Duke asks what has been happening in the world of Yugi, and the two explain what's going on. So then Duke decides to lend a hand, and the three drive to Industrial Illusions HQ. The Yugi gang actually finally make their way to Industrial Illusions and find it to be empty as the gas station. There is a bad feeling in the air, and Yami fears that they are too late and they could be walking into a trap as the front gates close on them. They are trapped. Mai reveals herself to the gang, and everyone is happy to see her. Joey asks what brings her here, to which Mai responds with a glare, much to everyone's confusion. Mai tells Joey she is not the Mai they all once knew. We get a flashback to reveal of Mai being the mysterious person in Pegasus's window. We see Mai beat Pegasus in a duel and takes his soul as she is now part of the Orichalcos gang. Cut back to the present where Mai draws out the card that has Pegasus' soul in it to the shock of the Yugi gang. Joey wants answers, but then Valen and Raphael reveal themselves from the balcony. Valen wonders why Mai is hogging on the fun, but Mai tells them that she will take them all on. Joey is in denial as he thought she was their friend. Mai scoffs at that thought and draws out her duel disc as she picks out Joey Wheeler to be her next victim. She says they were holding her back from being a great duelist and that the seal of Orichalcos has been better to her than they ever were as she plays it and traps Joey in a duel. Joey tries to reason with Mai, but things don't go the way we want. Mai plays Harpy Lady, who gets the Orichalcos boost. Joey is conflicted as he doesn't want to lose Mai again after everything that happened in Battle City. He begs to stop the duel as the episode ends.
They're very lucky that they keep opening up with the seal of Orichalcos in their hands.
I know, right? I don't know how how they keep drawing it, immediately top decking it.
We know they have multiple because they're one-time uses, suck a soul and the soul goes in the card. So I guess that is one of the few circumstances in the show where someone is running 3 of a card. Still very lucky.
Is it only 3 in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Magic it's 4.
It's One Piece is 4 too. And so is Pokemon, I think.
Yu-Gi-Oh's the weird one.
Yu-Gi-Oh's the weird one. You want to know something I just learned just right before this recording? One Piece is going to have a rotation.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, so I guess that's what they're going to do. But you can still use the card. If you, say you have one from the first set, the Nami card, for instance. You could still use that later as long as it gets reprinted or whatever. So that's kind of cool.
That's kind of like how Magic does it.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. I kind of respect that. So
yeah,
you guys you probably have known this by now by the time this episode comes out, but we're just learning it for the first time literally today.
Yeah, card rotations are healthy, but Yu-Gi-Oh is funny for not having it because you can they're 15-year-old cards that are still super viable.
I know, isn't that kind of great? I kind of like that about Yu-Gi-Oh though.
Yeah, my Monster Reborn is still usable, and Raigeki and Dark Hole and stuff still show up sometimes.
I would be kind of interested to see if they did I think there's fan formats, but where you could just do old school, but it'd be kind of cool to bring that kind of more into the official game.
Yeah, it's never gotten any real support, the GOAT format and Edison format type stuff.
Oh, well.
But still, it's neat to look at those deck lists and be like, hey, I used to play those guys.
Hey, Viacroid.
No.
I know. You're kind of funny, though. Someone on my Facebook Marketplace is selling a Viacroid deck for $40, and I'm like, buddy, 15 maybe.
You couldn't pay me 40 to take it.
I know, right?
Calling you a third-rate duels with a fourth-rate deck is being way too kind. It's my turn to take us away with episode 152. The episode opens, I Love My Valentine. The squad not in the duel restate the stakes of the duel, while Raphael and Valen, looking on from a balcony, restate their intent to duel the Pharaoh and Joey respectively. Joey is refusing to duel because he doesn't want either of them to lose their souls, but he relents and starts his turn. He summons Alligator Sword in defense and passes. Mai summons her second Harpy Lady and attacks, destroying the Alligator Sword before the other Harpy attacks directly, putting Joey at 2,200 life points. Mai will set a card and pass her turn. Out in the desert, Duke and the Dirty Boys find the remains of the gas station that has exploded. Check back in on them later. Kaiba and Mokuba are in the Blue Eyes White Jet, and they can't get in contact with Industrial Illusions. Check back in on them later as well. Back in the duel, the thing we're really here for, Joey thinks that the Doma Dorks are deceiving Mai somehow, and he summons Rocket Warrior in defense, sets one card, and passes. Mai's turn, she attacks and destroys Rocket Warrior and tries to attack Joey directly, but he activates his set Scapegoat, but Mai responds with her set Nightmare Tri-Mirror, which lets her make a copy of Harpy Lady for each non-normal summoned monster Joey has, so she gets 4 more Harpies, but they cannot attack this turn. Mai sets a card and passes. On Joey's turn, he summons Panther Warrior and tributes a Scapegoat so it can attack, but before the attack can connect, Mai activates her set Harpy's Sparrow formation, which negates the attack. Mai also takes the time to affirm that she is choosing to do all of this stuff of her own volition, and we see a flashback of Mai beating some jobber, and we learn that Mai has been going all over the world, competing in tournaments, trying to get better at dueling, but keeps being compared to all the people who did better than her in Battle City. Mai is also having nightmares of Merrick and being trapped in the Shadow Realm, so the trauma is going great.
It's wonderful. I would just want to say, the guy who lost to Mai in the one flashback, the dub dialogue for him is diabolical, as he's like really coping with the fact that he lost to Mai, and he was probably kind of like acting a little misogynist. He's like talking to 2 other people, and he's like, yeah, I think she came in 8th in Duelist Kingdom, and like I like is not as good as not nearly as good as Yugi or Kaiba, or and some girl brings up Joey, like Joey's a world famous duelist now, and then I don't know, it was like she throws her trophy down, they hear it, and he's like, oops, oh, I guess she heard me. It was fucked up.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing in the sub.
We have to kill him.
Yeah, speaking of people we have to kill, Valen's here.
Oh yeah, we gotta kill him too.
Valen sucks. Mai meets Valen during this period of bad times, and he reinstates in her the idea that depending on others is a weakness, and you can only count on yourself. And we're back to how Mai was feeling when she started off her duel against Merrick.
Yay! That again.
I fucking hate. Valen sucks. Back in the present, it's Mai's turn, and she plays Harpy Lady Phoenix Formation to destroy all of Joey's monsters and make him lose life points equal to the monster's combined attack. So Joey goes down to 200 life points, and Mai ends her turn because she can't attack when she does this card. Joey moves to surrender, believing it will help Mai, but the Pharaoh stops him, saying it would disrespect Mai and all her efforts if she were to win like that, and the episode ends with Joey deciding to go down swinging instead.
Which is good. I will say, like, despite the fact that it is, like, this isn't how Mai should be going, and it's kind of crabby that she is this way, or, like, she is only this way to kind of create conflict for Joey, but, like, the conflict kind of is working, because I do like how Joey is kind of, like, conflicted in fighting her and everything, and was, like, willing to, like, go down right away, basically, but now is deciding to, like, it's, like, working through those feelings.
Yeah, parts of this work, parts of it don't.
Yeah.
Which is a good way to describe a lot of this arc.
I think most Yu-Gi-Oh! Filler is, like, the concept of all these, like, just about everything they do filler-wise, it kind of works, but they just execute it so inconsistently with a lot of things that it just doesn't work as a whole sometimes. Noah's probably the biggest example of that. Maybe this will be next. Who knows?
Well, let's find out. Episode 153 opens up with Joey's turn, his life points at 200, and Mai still at 4,000. Joey summons Fiend Mega Cyber, which can be special summoned if the opponent has 2 or more monsters than itself. Joey attacks, destroys a Harpy, and the Pharaoh thinks that Joey's plan is to try to end the duel in a draw, and hope that neither duelist will lose their soul if it's done this way. We see more flashback of Valen showing Mai the Snake Temple and her meeting darts. Mai is sadly deep in the PTSD from Shadow Game Torture Hell, and is therefore susceptible to cult indoctrination, agreeing to help Darts in exchange for the power of the Orichalcos. Back in the duel, it's Mai's turn. But before we get to that, Duke and the Dirty Boys have arrived at Industrial Illusions and they find the squad locked in the building. So they, that is Duke alone, try to find a way to open the doors from the outside. Remembering the ongoing match, Mai tributes two Harpies to summon Harpy's pet dragon, which, due to its own effect and the skill of Orichalcos, has 3,400 attack points. Mai attacks, but Joey activates Compensation Mediation. This card shuffles itself with two cards of Mai's choice from her graveyard together, and then Joey picks one at random, and if he picks the card that is Compensation Mediation, the battle phase will end. Velen, seeing all this going on, is talking some shit, but Raphael says that if Joey has the heart of a true duelist, this will all work out for him. And Joey does, so it does. However, because Joey picked correctly, Mai gets her two cards back, which are Harpy Lady, Phoenix Formation, and Sparrow Formation, and she puts those on top of her deck to be drawn later. Battle phase was ended, but Mai still has a little bit more to do, so she moves three of her Harpies into the back row of spell and trap cards, so that he has to attack the Harpy's pet dragon before she can have those be attacked, sets two more cards in the back row, and passes her turn.
Is this like one of the only times that like she's using the back row strategically? Like, is this the only time like someone from the Orichalcos you think utilizes that like back row kind of space like correctly?
I think Darts might use it in his duel. Spoiler alert, Darts will duel and use the Orichalcos.
You mean the final boss will do final boss things? You're telling me that?
Yeah, something like that.
That's breaking news, folks. Final boss be final boss.
But I don't think anyone else ever really like has enough monsters for it to come up.
Maybe Raphael does it. We'll find out next episode. Oops, spoilers.
Whoopsie doopsie. Joey's turn. He sets a monster in defense, sets a card in the back row, and puts Mega Cyber into defense mode. Duke has found a door that isn't locked and enters the building. Mai starts her turn, but Joey activates Drop Off, intending to make her discard her first drawn card, but Mai activates Trap Jammer in response to counter that card and proceed as normal. Mai sets the card she draws, which lets Joey know that it is the Sparrow Formation, because she would have just activated Phoenix Formation if she had it. She attacks the Mega Cyber with the Harpy's pet dragon, destroying it, and then attacks Joey's set monster, which is revealed to be Fiber Jar. Fiber Jar's flip effect will attempt to activate, but Mai activates Harpy's Feather Storm, which lets her negate the effect of all of her opponent's cards. So that does not resolve because Fiber Jar has an effect that shuffles away all players' hands, graveyards, and fields and then draw a fresh 5. It's the restart card.
Wow. Fucked up.
Yeah. But it was stopped by the Feather Storm, and for some reason, Mai ends her turn, despite having two more Harpies she could attack with.
Well, I think they mentioned that she can't attack with the Feather Storm after like Feather Storm is activated or something.
They did not mention this in the sub, and that's also not how Feather Storm works in real life.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just trying to. I think that's what they said in the game or the.
In real life, Feather Storm is actually an extremely powerful card.
Why don't people play it, or do people play it?
It requires the restriction of your playing Harpies, which are very bad cards.
Nuh-uh. You can get like 3 of them. You can get Elegant Egotist. You can make the Harpy Sisters, and you got the Harpy's Pet Dragon. You can use Mirror Wall, which is definitely what is used. Like it's like the same exact thing from the anime. There is no different description of it. Don't fact check me on this. We live in America.
To fact check myself, Harpy's Feather Storm requires a Winged Beast monster to activate in general. But if you have a Harpy monster, you can actually activate this card from your hand.
Oh, no
and
shit.
It just negates any of your opponent's monster effects until the end of the turn.
Oh, real shit? That's crazy.
Yeah,
oh,
good card.
God. No cap.
Also, if this card is set, or if this card in the Spell and Trap Zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can add Harpy's Feather Duster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So it's got some versatility there.
Oh.
Indeed. French Andy.
Moving
on. Joey's turn. He sets a monster in defense and passes. Mai's turn. She activates Phoenix Formation to destroy Joey's monster and deal him damage, thinking this the easiest way to just win, despite it just being a monster and Harpy's Pet Dragon having 3,400 attack points. Then, 3 Harpies, which, it could be nothing like Fiber Jar, but still, you could have just killed him last turn and won the duel, and I'm not mad. You're mad. Shut up. However, it's revealed that the monster that is destroyed by the Phoenix Formation is Neko Mane King, which has 0 attack points, so Joey takes 0 damage. Then its effect activates that because it was sent to the graveyard by a card effect, it automatically ends Mai's turn. Yay.
Yay!
I think there was a brief time in recent Yu-Gi-Oh! History where Neko Mane King was like a tech card, because I want to double check right now. Yeah, during your opponent's turn, when this card in your position is sent to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect, it becomes the end phase. And there was a deck that was really big on milling your opponent. And so people would put this in their deck so that way when their opponent would mill them, it would end their turn and cut off whatever combo they're doing.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Also, just a funny 1,000-year-old card that was never useful until 2022.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great when someone like old cards, someone finds an old card and like, wait, I can use this.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
That's what happens in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Most of the time you just find garbage.
Trash. Absolute trash.
Yeah. Okay. So, my turn's over. Back to Joey. He activates the Heart of the Cards, but instead, the Heart of the Plot will respond to him, and he and the Pharaoh get transported into the fantasy world where the Pharaoh had drawn the Eye of Timaeus card and that old dragon thing. He does the Dragon Sword ceremony and gets the Claw of Hermos.
Which is weird that like Kaiba's also like glows, but he's not there. Did you see what happened?
Kaiba says like, did you see that light, Mokuba? And Mokuba's like, no. And like, okay. So he gets like, I guess he's like too far away from the Wi-Fi dragon signal to actually like get the whole video feed. So he just, gets the notification.
Pretty dangerous for Kaiba to be flying a jet while having visions.
Well, it's also probably just pretty dangerous for Kaiba to be flying a jet in the shape of a dragon.
Maybe, but it is Blue Eyes White Jet, so.
Yeah, it's cool, so we ignore it.
Yeah. Main Duelist gets his special dragon card now. Main Duelist number 3, I should say.
Yeah. Joey's going to be involved in this plot for this season.
Isn't that great?
Because he's involved in the plots of every season.
Except he didn't get Winged Dragon Raw like he should have.
Well, if you ask me, Mai should have gotten it, but
I can't argue that. I think she should have gotten it too.
Yeah, she deserves it as a treat.
As a little treat, as a tiny treat.
Yep. Episode 154, various characters react to Joey receiving the legendary dragon in various ways, with the Doma duo being like, oh, what the fuck? And the Friendship Squad being like, what the fuck? And the Pharaoh being like, ah, yes, I know the fuck.
Ah, yes, I'm aware.
I have a fuck of my own, thank you very much. Duke has found his way into a control room and begins the process of unlocking the doors, which he will do off-screen for a bit. In the duel, Joey activates Monster Reborn, bringing back the Fiend Mega Cyber, then summons Time Wizard and activates the Claw of Hermos, which combines itself with Time Wizard to make the equip card Time Magic Hammer, which looks a little goofy.
It's like cartoony, like a toon monster.
Yeah, and Joey even says, like, I don't know what this does, and everyone's just like, this is weird. It's weird what you're doing right now. Stop it.
Don't make Mega Cyber or whatever, use that cartoon-ass mallet.
Yeah, so Joey does make Mega Cyber use that fucking cartoon-ass mallet, and he has the Mega Cyber attack. Mai activates Harpy's Sparrow formation. However, instead of just negating the attack for some reason, Mega Cyber's attack will strike the ground instead of any actual monsters, which I guess is a weird workaround because we have to make sure Mai doesn't win this duel, 5 turns ago.
Yeah. The main character has to do it with the blue card.
Yeah, which the blue card is also, like, we're not even, like, selling new cards for this because these cards won't exist for another decade and some change.
Isn't that crazy that they didn't do anything with those like, all these new cards?
Until, it was filler, later. But, like, it is weird. So when Mega Cyber strikes the ground, he makes a hole in the ground, which will just kind of linger for a bit, and he puts random numbers on all of Mai's monsters. Joey ends his turn, not knowing what the fuck just happened and expecting to die, but when Mai starts her turn, each of her monsters are pulled into the hole left on the field from where Mega Cyber had made it. Mai will just set a card and pass. Joey will then take his turn, attack Mai directly with Mega Cyber, reducing her life points to 1,400, then set a card and pass turn. On Mai's turn, Harpy's pet dragon returns from the hole in the field. The Pharaoh has then figured out that Mai's monsters were sent turns into the future by the Time Magic Hammer, an amount of turns equal to the numbers they were given, which they're all sporadic, and like Harpy's pet dragon got a 1, I think one of the Harpies got like a 6 or a 3 or something. Doesn't actually fucking matter what they got, because we're not going to have that many more turns of this duel anyway. Thanks, Valen.
Fucking cockblock.
I've had enough of this dude.
Well, we'll get rid of him sooner or later.
Yippee. Harpy's pet dragon is still stronger than the Mega Cyber, so Mai attacks, but Joey activates Skull Dice, rolling a 2, halving the Harpy's pet dragon's attack, so it is destroyed in the attack, and Mai goes down to 450 life points.
Raphael goes like, I wouldn't do that if I was her. and it's kind of obvious because he has a set track record. But you can tell that like Mai's just like eager to just get this over with.
Also, during this time when Mai like loses all of her monsters and gets hit by Joey, she starts having like anxiety attack, like thinking she's gonna lose and thinking back on losing to Merrick and what happened after that.
Yeah, the trauma is real.
Yep. So Valen, thinking that Maya's gonna lose, also uses the piece of Orichalcos in his ring to, he does perfectly normal things like jump off the balcony and punch the seal of Orichalcos with his ring and force the seal to disperse and forcibly ending the duel. There's also like briefly knocks out Mai and Joey and Valen.
It's like kind of convenient to the plot that they have like a get out of jail free card like that.
I feel like they're not fully committed to the cult.
I don't think so either, because I don't think they do this again at all for the rest of the show, and they just needed a way to make sure they didn't both lose.
Yeah.
Yet.
Raphael decides to use his Orichalcos to teleport himself, Mai, and Valen away, I guess.
Something like that.
I guess that explains how they get around so quickly.
Maybe, or they just have really fast motorcycles.
They do have really fast motorcycles. Duke at this point has gotten the doors open, and also about this time, Kaiba lands the Blue Eyes jet outside.
Woo!
Joey is having a real normal one about the situation they're all in with dueling and souls being lost and Mai being evil and shit now, and geez, everything sucks.
Oh, jeez, Yoga.
Everyone who's not in the Doma gang converges in the lobby and shares their information so we don't have to dwell on what everyone may or may not know. The Pharaoh thinks that if Pegasus knew he was in danger, that's possible he may have hidden whatever he had intended to give the protagonist somewhere, and so they should all go rifle through his shit and try to find it.
Probably. It's the right thing to do. Loot a dead
That's
man.
what he would have wanted.
Loot a dead man.
Yeah, he's not. Can't take it with you. Contrary to what the Egyptians believed, and the Pharaoh, I guess, would have believed.
Yes, exactly. They do find
Everyone goes to.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Do you want to do my bit here?
No. No.
Do you want to read my notes?
No.
No, didn't think so.
No. I can't read.
I'm going to talk now if you want to stop interrupting me. Everyone goes to Pegasus's office, and the Pharaoh uses the card Pegasus gave him to open a locked door. And inside that door is a room full of models of various tune cards. And Kaiba fucking hates it here.
Yeah, so do we. Fucking Joe even goes and says, let's close the door and run.
Nah, man, it's great. Everyone loves tune monsters. All my homies love tunes.
Except for Kaiba.
Well, he's not my homie.
He's not? I thought you guys had
No, there's
lunch
a
last
class
week.
divide.
Ooh.
No, I refuse to collaborate with this
1%.
bougie teen-year-old.
The 1%er.
Yeah, 1% represent. I'm not 1%.
No, you're not.
I'm 100%. I'm the best. So when they're in the room, a hologram of Pegasus appears. Hologasus says that the secret society Doma, who we've been aware is the bad guys of this season, are trying to take over his company. And Kaiba says that they're also probably trying to do the same thing as Kaiba Corp. And we get a brief history lesson that says that Doma is responsible for the fall of Rome, the Age of Discovery, the 100-Year War, Napoleon, the Industrial Revolution, and the Renaissance.
They don't say this, or at least I don't remember them saying this.
They didn't say all of those, but I know what certain images are representative of, so I know what they are. I know what Joan of Arc with the flag painting is from.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
They did say Napoleon, though, by name.
Joan of Arc is in Bill and Ted too, I'm pretty sure.
I've never seen the entirety of any Bill and Ted movie.
We should watch those.
I'm pretty sure I've only seen the end of whichever one has Joan of Arc in it.
We should, at least that's the really good one. I don't know about the other two.
Oh, you mean to tell me that Bill and Ted 3, a movie made like 30 years after the other ones, isn't that great?
I don't know. I haven't even said the second one.
Are you trying to say that Hollywood is intellectually bankrupt and doesn't know how to make anything new and good?
Well, did you see that Lilo and Stitch trailer?
I did.
You bad.
Where's Gantu?
I'll be there. Why didn't they make? Why didn't they put Pleakley and Drag?
Where's Jumba? Where's Jumba?
They were shown at the end.
Did we see? No, do we see Jumba as like an alien or just
I don't think
like a disguise?
I don't. You see in disguise, but you don't see his full thing. You only see Pleakley because they probably that's all they could animate. But I don't like that they didn't keep Pleakley and Drag or whatever. I don't like that. I think what they did was lazy.
Yes, it's very lazy. That's what Disney is known for, is not trying. Because trying costs money, and the richest company in the world won't spend any.
Crazy.
I say richest company in the world. The richest company in the world is, of course, the Catholic Church.
But Actually, it's
That's
us.
not a joke.
Actually, it's us.
That's not a joke.
It's the Kuribros. We're the richest company in the
Kuribros
world.
is the richest company in the world.
Yeah, I wish. In my dreams.
Yeah, we're the richest in friendship.
Oh, really?
We are broke though.
No, yeah, we're horribly broke. But we got smiles. I'm smiling. Phoenix isn't. Anyway.
Anyway, we're gonna get back to Yu-Gi-Oh now. Hologasa says that in the current age, Doma wants to do some evil shit, so he made a new card so Yugi could duel them about it and stop them. The card is hidden in the Pot of Greed statue, which is the only non-tuned statue in the room, but the card is blank. Hologasus, then hologram dies, I guess.
Or something.
Yeah. Kaiba recalls having been told by Gozaburo not to get involved with anything that Doma was doing, so I guess Kaiba was like vaguely aware of Doma, but didn't remember it till right now.
He does not in the dub.
Pharaoh tells Kaiba they gotta do a friendship about this, and Yugi, Kaiba, and Joey all whip out their legendary dragons and pose before the episode ends.
Yay! All of them are together. And we continue on as I go on to episode 155. The 3 special dragon cards of the arc are together in the same room and glowing as Yami recites the prophecy he was told. Kaiba, who has never been one for the magic parts of the story, refuses to believe this and storms out to save his company. We get some gangbanger and some dumb Weevil Rex humor. I like that you've been calling them the Dirty Boys.
Yeah, the dirty duo.
You know, the filler of the filler. The gang tries to form a plan. Even Duke chimes in with the idea of hanging back and playing his Dungeon and Dice monster game that has not seemed to get off the ground yet. Yami realizes that they can talk to Professor Hawkins, who lives nearby, so we'll get more Rebecca, which is what we always need. Duke offers everyone a ride, but there's a bit about Rex and Weevil riding in the trunk because there's no room. Honestly, I think it's too good for them. Tristan tries to play backseat navigator and almost directs them into a river because he can't read maps.
In the sub, he almost directs them towards Alaska.
Oh, that's just
I
as
wouldn't
bad?
dwell on it too much. Just and there's also a bit where like they're reading the map and Tristan's like, "Oh, we should go that way," and Taya's like, "That leads to Alaska," and Duke's like, "Oh, Tristan, you're so stupid," and Taya's like, "Oh, Duke, do you know where to go?" He's just quiet for a bit.
He's like, nope.
Like, nope. I'm in the desert.
He's like, why don't you go up that big blue line? He's like, because if we went up that big blue line, we'd be in a river.
I found you guys by accident.
Joey is sad about Mai, and so are we. Yami and Yugi discuss this new darts character they just found out about and what this could mean for the world as they drive off. We cut to Mai, who is none too happy that her new biker friends interfered with her duel.
In the sub, Raphael is like pissed off at Mai. He's being like, it's really dumb. He's like, can't believe you did that. Look how hurt Valen is. I'm like, motherfucker, Valen jumped off like the 4th story.
I know. So the way it happens in the dub is Raphael tells her she should be grateful Valen saved her soul. Valen looks like breaking the seal of Orichalcos took a toll on him, but he tries to shake it off. Raphael lectures Mai that she would have lost thanks to Joey obtaining the ancient dragon Hermos. Mai doesn't want to believe that as she drives off with Valen's bike. Valen wants to go after her, but Raphael wants to get the Pharaoh's soul first, even though that's against Darts' orders. He says everything is in place and it's only a matter of time before they have their match. Speaking of that, we next see Professor Hawkins looking over some ancient paintings with the same image showed up each time and is stumped about the meaning. We then see Rebecca riding a horse as she sees a helicopter land in front of her house.
The horse is named Billy.
Oh, it's named something like Copernicus. Like, no lie.
You know, they're both dumb. I think the dub one is worse. I think just calling the horse Billy is fine.
It's like Copernicus or some dumb shit. A bunch of figures dressed in black go into the house and easily kidnap the old man professor.
It's not that hard to kidnap an old man.
I don't know why they needed like 10 people to do it.
It's funnier this way.
The thing is, what is with the elder abuse in these shows? Grandpa gets kidnapped like every other season, and now Professor Hawkins is doing it.
Now, to be fair, Grandpa did steal an ancient Egyptian artifact and take it to his personal home and hide it from, like, the actual culture.
Based. Alright, true, fair.
Grandpa kinda had it coming.
Okay, true. Rebecca tries to chase after, but then Hawkins' lab explodes, so that's the second explosion.
That was crazy. I thought that was like, did not expect them to include that in the dub. I checked your notes. I was like, whoa.
They did it. They did it because she was chasing after them, and that's what kind of tripped her up because she like was forced back because of the explosion, which had her fly off her horse. A duel monster card falls from the sky, and Rebecca retrieves it, but we don't see what's on it. Time passes and the gang arrives at what remains of Professor Hawkins' laboratory. They find Rebecca, who is clearly upset, and explains what happened. They try and figure out who could be behind this and how Hawkins is involved. Yugi brings up the necklace he gave to Hawkins, who had given it to Rebecca for safekeeping. Yugi asks for it back, but Rebecca tells him to be careful with it. They decide to hang back and watch for the kidnappers to retrieve the necklace. Duke reminds people of his idea, since they aren't going to be doing much right now, but, people are kind of not about it. It's like trying to make fetch happen. Any Mean Girls reference there. The gang tries to make a nice family Sunday dinner, which is kind of nice. It's a kind of nice moment, but it gets undercut by a Weevil Rex scene of them crying about how they did not find any cards. They see Yugi and Rebecca having a heart-to-heart about Hawkins being kidnapped and find out what the card had, that she found had said on it. It was Raphael telling Yugi to meet him at Death Valley if they want to see Hawkins again. Yugi tells Rebecca to stay behind and not tell the gang, as he does not want them to be in danger anymore. We cut to Hawkins waking up in his kidnap spot to Raphael threatening Hawkins to forget about his research on Atlantis. Or Doma probably would be in the sub. Hawkins brings up the necklace around Raphael's neck, but he disregards the question and informs him that they destroyed his lab. We cut to Darts being the evil final villain monologuing as the seas are shown to be beginning to unsettle.
All right, I briefly said to Andy I wasn't going to say this during the episode, but now I feel like I have to, because it'd be a disservice if I didn't do proper reporting on the content. In the sub, when Darts is doing his chants, I swear to God, I rewound, I listened to it multiple times. It sounds like he's saying, at the very start of his chants to cause bullshit to happen, he says, "You, a penis."
You, a penis. You, a penis, penis. You, a penis. A penis, penis. Anyway, it's fucking funny. I need to hear it. We cut then to Yugi, who sneaks out of the trailer and hops on a horse, turning into Yami as he is ready to face Raphael. Joey wakes up soon after to find Rebecca awake and Yugi gone. Rebecca folds right away. The gang are upset and get ready to leave to catch up when they see Professor Hawkins limping towards the site. He asks where Yugi is as we cut to Yami and Yugi mentally preparing to take on Raphael. The bros of the gang and the Dud duo separately go after Yami. Raphael waits for Yugi's arrival and we have a shot of Yami riding towards his next duel as the episode ends. So we are going to get Yugi's next duel in the series for our next episode. And I'm sure everything will go right and the season will be over after this. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
also it's weird that Rex and Weevil they left before Yugi did. We gotta go see this duel. It's he hasn't even left to go do it yet.
Yeah, hold your horses there, guys.
They can't. Yugi has the horse.
Oh, you're right. Doi, thank you for reminding me. I'm being a dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apologize.
I'm sorry for being a dumb bitch. Maybe I'll fix that someday, but not today. Anyway, so that was the 5 episodes we watched. Mai's evil for the duration of this season, so disregard that, and then we'll never see her again, so we can never see the redemption of that. And yeah, we're all dead inside. Right, Phoenix?
It's been better.
Yeah. Anyway, these episodes were okay. It's kind of like what you said before, where it's they do some things really well and then they do some things really bad.
Yeah.
That's just kind of what I'm noticing. The Duke and the Dirty Boys stuff is it needs to get out of here. But oh well. We'll just have to keep trucking along with it as we get into Yugi and Raphael facing each other in this next duel. I think that's all we have to cover with that. Right?
I think.
Or are we covering the rest? I'm sure we're covering the aftermath of that, but nothing. I don't think too much to write home about.
No, we are just covering that singular duel next time.
We're not even covering that aftermath stuff that I think happens.
It might be this. The next time is episodes 156 to 159.
So we'll see. If we do, we do. If
4
not,
episodes, so there's probably some aftermath in there.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. But it'll be cool. Do you have any final thoughts on these episodes?
I've already said that I love Mai.
You do love Mai.
I do. I said I hate Valen.
I mean,
Raphael was also there.
He definitely did something.
He did something.
But other than that,
I like that Joey has goofy cards.
I like that too.
And yeah, I think we got it all.
Yeah, that's really it. I mean, there isn't really much to these episodes. It's kind of like it's like a teaser of a tease of what's to come, really. Because it's like you kind of get to see the Mai stuff. You get more of her backstory on that, but like kind of is all going to kind of come to fruition a little later. So it's like, whatever. It's cool to see Mai again, even though it's not cool.
Yeah, much like with Imelda and Kaiba, we're setting up, hey, there'll be a rematch.
There'll be something there going on someday. Either way, we'll have to move on and get to that when we get to that. But that's it. We'll be doing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Raphael next episode. Do you want to plug your socials?
Sure. Twitch.tv/PhoenixFarce and YouTube.com/PhoenixFarce. PhoenixFarce. You find me there doing casual gameplay stuff, mostly Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, sometimes other things. Sometimes I have longer series, but a lot of it is me playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, spectating, commentating on Yu-Gi-Oh!, Yu-Gi-Oh! 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 You can only say a word so many times before it loses all meaning. Where can people find you in places?
So, my Instagram handle has changed. So if it does, like, you will see the links. You will probably get directed to it at this point. But if not, you can find me at Art by Papa with an underscore at the end. Papa spelled Poppa, kind of a play on my last name there. And I also opened up a Tumblr to put my art. So if you want to check out my art on the Tumblr, it is called Papa-Art. People seem to like that name, so I had to figure out creative ways to use it on different sites. I'll try and think of something more consistent maybe later, but that's what it is for now. And then you can find Kuribros on Instagram. You have the _Kuribros on Twitter. Maybe someday Blue Sky if I decide to do that, which is probably sooner than later. And YouTube, you can find all our episodes on YouTube at this point, hopefully. If not, it will come out at the same time. If not, I'll be trying to catch them up when I can. I'm doing my best here. I'm editing a bunch of things. So I'll get there when I get there.
That's the spirit.
Besides that, that's it. So I'm going to sign off. My name is Andy.
I'm Phoenix.
Giddy up, and it's time to do Harpy Lady.
They made more of those.
What, Harpy Ladies?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of them now.
Whoa, are they a viable meta?
No.